man who went in the 60s to look for some treasure. I
Sure.
mean, I'm just down on his luck. And you're in there right now, and this shot shows you how much gold can be obtained out of this neck of the woods right now. How much is there?
Well, 3 pounds, 1/2 ounce of gold and platinum. The platinum doesn't show. That's 1 day.
3 pounds, 1/2 ounce of gold in 1 day.
Yes, gold and platinum in 1 day. And that's on, we're just down from Granite Creek, a couple of miles downriver on the Tulameen from Granite Creek, and an old bench that the Chinese knew about, and there's an old back channel on the bench, which is, by the way, very difficult mining, Mike, but fascinating area to, because when you come across an old tertiary channel, you know that you're in an original run.
What's 3 pounds of gold worth?
Well,
I mean, this is
gold is weighed in troy weight, so
yeah.
each ounce is, there are 12 ounces to the pound, but each ounce is more than a voie de plough or a standard ounce, so that a 1 pound of troy weight is a little over 14 ounces of standard weight.
Money. How much?
Well, about a little over $20,000, 21 or 22,000.
And this was all is still being mined after all these other people have already gone through.
Yes, but you must realize that the easy part of the river has been done. The Chinese gleaned and were the best miners in the business, Mike, so that when they went over the river, they wing dammed a lot of the Tulameen, which is a shallow river. Wing dammed it. They put a dam out and then worked behind in the slack water behind the dam, then put another dam just down, and do that with rocks, working their way down the river on both sides of the river. Yeah. But most of the old gold channel seems to come on the south side. There seems to be an old ancient channel coming down the south side of the Tulameen from about Granite Creek right down to Princeton, and it's indicated in 3 or 4 different spots there.
Is it all staked? I mean, you've obviously staked it in order to have your mining operation work.
The river is essentially staked from Princeton right up to Champion Creek, which is about as far as the gold goes, although a few people have claims beyond that. Yeah. They're not in the real gold area.
Is it sort of anomalies or unusual deposits, or do you think that there's some substance left there? Obviously, I wouldn't call 3 pounds of gold not substantial, but yeah. Is that just an unusual little pocket?
No, out of that particular area, there are about 518 ounces, and as we can tell, came out of a space about 50 feet by 42, which is very, very rich by today's standards. Bonanza ground by old standards, but not rich bonanza ground like they had in the Yukon.
Why wasn't it found? I mean, is it just too hard? Because you were telling me that you found a boulder in there just as big as our room here.
Yeah, we found several boulders that weigh 20, 30, 40 tons, and that was part of it. There's a lot of overburden on it, Mike, and the channel is deep. It's down to 50-odd feet, and, of course, we have water problems there, too. You're down actually below the level of the river in certain parts of that channel.
So there's still gold, but it's getting harder and harder to get your hands on all the time.
Yeah, it's difficult to mine now. The easy mining is gone, and now it becomes a very, very hazardous operation.
Well, how do you pick your way through river boulders that weigh a couple of 100 pounds apiece, and there are thousands of them?
Well, you usually use a hoe, and the hoe just takes the boulders out of there, and then you work right down to bedrock itself. And in this country, practically all the gold and platinum is right on bedrock.
Some of the stories of Granite Creek. And next week on Gold Trails and Ghost Towns, we're going to visit another part of the country Bill knows well, Camp McKinney. See you next time on Gold Trails.